of how we do, how our behaviors really influence our diet and later our health outcomes. So over to you, Jessica, as I'm seeing David is almost ready, and we'll be interacting during the meeting. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. So we'll have David share. Let me see if I can. I'm not sure I can put him on a solo, not on this platform. But David, go ahead. I really believe now we will be able to hear you as you share with us.
Okay, I apologize for the inconveniences. I had said earlier I'm still at work, but I'm happy to join in and share my experience. And as we talked about the experience last time, mine was about intermediate fasting and avoiding whips. And I was doing some tamarind and avoiding sugar. So the fasting was about resetting your body, because once you've taken those bad foods and your body is full with a lot of junk food, the first thing you do is to clean up the room, and that's why the fasting came in. And I shared my story because I was 110 kgs. I could not walk well. I was an obese because even tying my shoe was a problem. But when I started doing the fasting and avoiding wheats, I lost 10 kgs in less than 3 months' time. So mine is, if you're struggling with anything, the first thing is fasting. Then the next thing is making sure that what is in your plate, you have thought about. It's not just food. You look at your plate and you can be able to know exactly what you're putting in your body. So that's my experience, and what I can advise people is that every time you eat, you make sure that whatever you're eating will not disappoint you.
Right. So can you tell us some of the things you eliminated and some of the things you added to your diet?
Okay, before I was doing a lot of carbohydrates, a lot of gouaches, bread, and I was also doing beer. I was taking some beer with no discipline, and you know that I also learned it messes up your gut microbiome. It also contributes to that. So I stopped all that, and what I added in my diet is, what I took out of my diet is sugar, wheat, and I added a lot of vegetables. I started using honey instead of sugar. And in fact, nowadays I'm doing kefir milk to make sure that my gut is goes back to default. So what I added is vegetables, and I subtracted sugar and wheat.
That is awesome. That is exactly what we wanted to look at the end of this class, and it's interesting that you've already touched on it. Gluten is one of the things that is poorly digested in the human gut. I don't know how else to explain it. Gluten is poorly digested in the human gut. It takes long, also because of that stretchiness. It takes very long for it to be completely out of the gut. But the problem is the sugar from wheat is absorbed very fast. But now the what do you call it? That word is escaping me. That like when you make dough, that that doughness of the bread, that takes longer to be eliminated, and it doesn't do any good for our gut. So eliminating it really is the key. I can say it's the first step. It's the first step towards changing your gut health, or if you're on this meal planning masterclass for you to lose weight, that is the first step. That is the thing that you should do as the first thing. Limit or completely eliminate the gluten and wheat from your diet. And if you have to take gluten, just make sure you're taking it in moderation, or a very reduced amount of gluten. We're not saying that you can't have treats, or you can't have some of the things that you love, but make sure it is in moderation. Then after we eliminate, people ask me, if I eliminate all these things, what will I eat? David is already telling you, add things like ndoma, ngwashe. If you love cassava, add it. If you can have sweet potato is ngwashe. If you can have pumpkins, if you can have these indigenous foods. The problem is, my other brother tells me this so often, we have inherited everything from the West, including their diseases, which is so sad. And even that mindset whereby if you have a pot belly as a man, you are successful. And I believe that is very wrong. Like, David can attest, we had this uncle who was so huge. Like, when you were children, we enjoyed hugging him because you couldn't hug him all around the waist. He was called Uncle William. Unfortunately, he passed on, but he passed on with kidney problems, liver problems, things that we for sure knew were attributed to his diet. Because in as much as our family are big, Dave is a huge guy, but there are some of our uncles who have accumulated a lot of weight over the years. And the problem is, if you hit your 50s, when you still have that pot belly, it becomes very difficult to lose it. We have seen it in our family. It becomes very difficult to lose that weight, excessive weight. So my key advice is, if you can lose it between your 30s and your middle 40s there, or you just come to 30s with a healthy weight, you will be way ahead of the generation. So now, tell us more. How is it taking kefir, taking all these things? What difference have you noted in your life? Start from as simple as your skin, your energy levels. What can you say you've noted or noticed?
When I started being responsible of my diet, the first thing I noted was spike in energy and mood. All right. And I also discovered that even the food you eat affects your mood. Because my mood became better, I became more relaxed in my brain. And that is the realization you get naturally. Some people are relaxed when they have money or something has gone right. But this one is inner peace, relaxation. The body is telling you, I'm good. Whatever you're putting in there is good for me. So there is that spike in the energy and the mood. And again, now you can move. You can move without that hammering every time and then. Like now, I do a lot of walking. I was using boda bodas when I was going to do my small things here and there. But nowadays, if the distance is it's not far, I do the walking. And you feel like you're doing the body it's like feeding your body. You love even the walking, going out in the sun. So if I must go back there or to stay here, I cannot even look back. the person was kid. People will say that you are making it, you have money, umekaa mzuri. No. But unaumia. And a lot of people know that, and they are afraid even to do that. I talked to my friend and I told him I'm doing fasting. So they are like afraid of losing weight because of the stigma that is there in the community. Like when you are losing weight, something is going wrong, stress,
Or you're sick.
So we have to embrace that. Yes. So we have to embrace that our body is our business. Other people, wacha wakae na miili yao. Wewe miili yako ulipewa peke yako. Hiyo ndio inaitwa msalaba. You carry your own cross. So I would urge, in fact, I would pray for.
Sorry.
Really make sure we take care of because our bodies, like the way we take care of very expensive
vehicle
properties that we can buy. Yeah, we take care of property so much we forget that property is not even close to importance when you come to your health.
Yeah.
So the first thing you're supposed to consider is health. Then the rest follows. All right.
Yeah.
So that's my advice, and that's what I'm doing, and I'm feeling okay. In fact, a schoolmate came here and asked me, "Why you don't get old?" My schoolmates. Niangalia na akiangalia naona mzee hazeeki bwana. Na si mmoja. So at least I know what I'm doing. It's getting me younger.
It's giving you youthfulness.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I think there's also what you mentioned about the stigma in the community. We did have a client who, in the gym, and he had a big pot belly, and I think it was his source of pride or among his friends. So when he started exercising, most of his friends started asking, "Are you sick? Is anything wrong?" Even his business partners. So he stopped. And then now when the instructor we were working with followed up and he shared that story, we were very worried. We were very sad, and we encouraged him, of course, to come back. Because when you're sick, those same people will come to see you at the bed, the hospital bed, and say, "Oh, we are so sorry." Oh, they start pitying you. But when you tried to do something that is good for your health, they did not support it. They do not support it. So people will not support you when you're trying to do a good thing. So Jackson, sorry, take over for a little bit as I sort something out here. Hey, boo. Masala, fungua gate. Oh.
Seen above the content package, but now
Give Gemma for a minute.
You want to try?
Yes.
start with